This time I'm going to call on Chief J.D. Rice to make a special presentation.
I'd like to call on Lieutenant Tyler Shoemate, Sergeant Marcus Haynes, and Firefighter Casey Jones. Mr. Mayor, Councilman, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to recognize Dodge Fire Department employees, Lieutenant Ronald Shoemate, Sergeant Marcus Haynes, and Firefighter Casey Jones. Ronald Shoemate began his employment with the City of Valdosta Fire Department on October the 11th, 2004 as a firefighter. He was assigned as the acting sergeant on January 3rd, 2008. He received a promotion to sergeant on July 14th, 2008. He was then promoted to lieutenant on May 17, 2010. The position he currently holds. His duties include responding to emergency alarms and as the commanding officer of Engine Company No. 1 for A shift. Lieutenant Shoemate assumes command of all incidents when his crew is the first to arrive on the scene. Marcus Haynes began his employment with the City of Valdosta Fire Department on June 11, 2007 as a firefighter. He was promoted to sergeant on May 17, 2010. The position he currently holds. His duties include driving the fire truck to and from emergency scenes, determining the correct amount of water each hose line will need to extinguish the fire, and making sure all equipment is working in a safe and efficient manner. Casey Jones was hired November 16, 2009 as a firefighter. The position he currently holds. His duties include firefighting, assisting with building inspections for pre-fire plan surveys, and assisting with preventive maintenance on fire equipment and apparatus. On December 2, 2011, Engine Company No. 1 responded to a code blue incident at the Bank of America building located on South Patterson Street. Once on scene, Lieutenant Tyler Shoemate, Sergeant Marcus Haynes, and Firefighter Casey Jones were led upstairs to a female patient that was unresponsive, and co-workers were administered CPR. Engine 1's crew assessed this patient and could not find a pulse. Sergeant Haynes positioned the AED, the automatic defibrillator. Firefighter Jones performed chest compressions, while Lieutenant Shoemate administered oxygen and maintained the patient's airway. Emergency medical care was supplied, including the AED, chest compressions, and oxygen through what is known as an ambu bag. Once South Georgia Medical Center's EMS personnel arrived, they administered medication and attached monitoring pads. The patient regained a pulse and was attempting to breathe, though very labored. Engine 1's crew assisted EMS personnel with loading the patient into the ambulance, with Sergeant Haynes driving the ambulance to South Georgia Medical Center. Engine Company 1's crew proceeded to the EMS training station to download cardiac information from the AED. That information was passed on to emergency room personnel at the hospital as part of the patient assessment and care to be used in the treatment process. A few days later, the patient's breathing tube was removed and she was sitting up and talking. She has since been released from the hospital, returned home, and is doing fine. Because of the extensive nature of emergencies that firefighters are expected to face, they must be well trained and they must remain calm and be ready to make an instant decision on how to proceed. This type of judgment was demonstrated by Engine Company No. 1's crew with the characteristics of selflessness and personal courage. For this reason and many others, the Employees Relations Committee nominates Lieutenant Ronald Shoemate, Sergeant Marcus Haynes, and Firefighter Casey Jones as employees of the month.